Let's go. Finally sending on my first Finals Season 2 video, gameplay video, rather, for the new season. I've been playing a lot, been streaming a lot, and I've had quite a few gameplays that I think are worthy for some YouTube action and showing off some of the different like new stuff and stuff like that. Um, and I'll get around to some of those other ones eventually, but I felt like this one had to be the first one to go up because it was just perfect for so many different reasons. And a few of those reasons, well, as you can see, we're on the new map here. Of course, want to showcase that. So got a really solid gameplay in the new map. It's also a really solid gameplay in ranked. This was easily my craziest ranked round that I've played. And I do want to talk about ranked a bit in this video. That's going to be like the primary topic of it because I mentioned the ranked changes in my like first impressions video. And I went over everything pretty in-depth in that video, I feel like, but ranked was the one thing where I was like, this kind of needs its own video. So I'm going to skip over that for now, essentially, and we'll get to it. Well, this video is going to be me getting to it and also talking about a little bit about the new weekly update that came out today as well. Well, it's probably going to be yesterday as of when I upload this, I think. But yeah. So, also, using the shoddy, which was touched in that update, nerfed, I should say, be specific. So that made things kind of perfect there as well. Okay, so before I get into like the full-on ranked talk, I do want to mention that those patch notes and mention that first. So the big part of this update is the weapon that I'm using, the SA-1216. This like you want to call it like a burst shoddy, I guess. This like weird auto shoddy, a very strong weapon. I would have argued before this nerf, and maybe still after it, we'll see, the strongest weapon in the game. Finally received a nerf. I expected this in the season update. Was very shocked that it didn't come in the season update, but here it is in this 1 week after update. Very happy to see that this nerf for this weapon is finally coming through. And from what I've seen, it does impact it quite a bit. They lowered the fire rate pretty significant amount from 230 rounds per minute to 200, and they decreased the damage per pellet from 7 to 6. And for shotguns with the damage being spread out across different pellets, 1 damage less on each pellet actually kind of adds up. Like that's a pretty significant change with the fire rate decrease as well. Yeah, seems like a pretty significant nerf. I do need to play around with it a bit. From what I've seen, it seems like it's still pretty good. Like it's noticeably worse, but it's still pretty good. So yeah, I'll have to mess around with it a bit. I'll probably have to do like a follow-up talking about, was the nerf enough? How much does it affect the game? Whatsoever, but I did want to mention it. And then the other important change was the glitch grenade. Glitch grenades, well, they changed this for the glitch traps or glitch mines as well, but I don't think anybody uses those. But they did do this for those as well. But the glitch nades now blow up on impact when hitting heavy shields, whether it be like the wall or the dome shield. Either way, the glitch grenades will blow up on impact. You could just aim them directly at them and it'll blow up and disable those, which is a very, 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 very big light buff heavy nerf. So I'm curious to see how much of an impact that has. I'm curious to see if we do see like some heavy, medium, light comps, if that starts to become more popular, because I think light is a lot better in this patch anyways. Like I think light's the best that it's ever been for multiple reasons. I'll probably do its own video on that. Maybe that'll be the next one. I've been having a lot of fun with light this season. While I don't think it's great for ranked, the casual game, it's fantastic right now. And again, even with this change, like I think there's some potential use case to it in ranked, and especially with the meta being, like double heavy being very strong, and a lot of them using the wall, using the dome, that EMP buff making it way easier for those glitch grenades to activate on like the strong heavy equipment. Like that's a very significant buff. That's a big counter to heavy. It makes me wonder, is it going to be enough, again, where you start to see like some heavy, medium, light instead of, as much double, heavy, medium? Is this shotgun nerf enough where you see like double, medium, heavy come into play, be a little more popular as opposed to double, heavy, medium? Does it go back more towards that? Like, I don't know. I'm curious, though, and I think these are some very interesting changes that could lead to a shift in the meta game. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out. Okay. So, of course, classic Luch here. Now we're like halfway through and I'm getting to the main topic. Yeah. Well, I mean, all that stuff has to do with ranked as well. To be fair, all that meta stuff, it's pretty important for ranked as well, in a way. But I wanted to talk about the ranked updates and the ranked changes in this video because again, it was a little too much for the first impressions video. I already talked so much. I got to it around the end. I wanted to do its own thing, and I wanted to give it a little bit of time. And I did give it a little bit of time. It's been about a week, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster with my ranked experience. And I suppose you could probably expect that, like with them implementing a new system, that it'd be kind of weird at first, and then would hopefully kind of like equal out or balance out or start working as intended as time progresses. And I have experienced that a little bit. So let's start from the top. When I first tried ranked, the first like couple days of the season, I'm gonna be completely honest, it was terrible. I hated it. The matchmaking felt way worse. Based off what they were saying, it was supposed to, make the matches more even all around. But what it felt like for me is my opponents got harder and my teammates stayed the same or got worse. And it was really, really frustrating. And I was really not having a good time. And I put down ranked for a couple days because of that. And then now, the last couple days, getting closer to like a week of the season being out, I was like, okay, you know what? It's been a little bit. Maybe things have changed. Maybe they've done some updates in the back end. Like maybe it's different. I don't know. People have gotten their placements in. Like let me try it. Oh, and I should mention that they do have placement games as well. They did add those in. I'm not the biggest fan of placement games, but like every fucking game that has a ranked system has placement games to some extent, basically now. So I get it. I get why they have it. Like basically every game does it. Again, I'm not that'd be like its own video topic. I'm not a huge fan of placement games, but whatever. I've just kind of accepted that it's a thing in like every ranked system basically at this point. But they added those in as well. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure how needed they are. I'm not exactly sure if they function very well. But they're there. They exist. So it's worth mentioning. But yeah, so those first couple days it was terrible. The last couple days, now that it's been a bit, my experience has been a bit better, and I would say probably better than my Season 1 ranked experience as well. By a whole lot, though, no. Not like by a huge margin, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it's like a massive improvement. But I do think it's a noticeable one. And I do think it feels better now. And, hopefully, if that kind of improvement can happen in a week, hopefully, like a month down the line, things get even better. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, so it's definitely felt a bit better, and that's promising. Again, not as much better as I would expect. That's such an awful way to put it, but you know what I mean. Like I expected a little more improvement. It is improvement, but it's a little like for how big of a ranked update as it was hyped up to be, the match quality didn't feel as much better as I would hope, even though it does feel better, if that makes sense. Like I was hoping for match quality to go from like a C tier to an A tier, but instead it went from like a C to a B or like a C plus, which is better. But in my personal experience, I was hoping for a little bit more. And also, I would like a little more explanation on how it all works exactly. Like it feels to me like it's the type of system where they use like SBMM, like a hidden MMR, which I think is stupid because, it's ranked. Like your displayed rank should be your MMR. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have a thing where like those two things need to align. There should just be one. Like why are there two separate things? Why is there a hidden rate? Like your rating should just be your rating. Like I don't know why that's such a revolutionary fucking radical idea apparently in new games, but like your rating should just be your rating. I don't understand this hidden rating bullshit, hidden MMR in game. I hate it for ranked. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here because, I'm in gold at the moment. I got placed into gold. I've been progressing through it, but I still get matched into games with like diamonds. I don't think I am here in this particular game, but particularly like last night, it was happening a lot. Where I was getting matched into games with diamonds, and I was like, okay, so like, is my hidden rating at diamond then? And I'm getting matched with them, but that's kind of bullshit because yeah, that's where my hidden rating is, but my in-game rating is gold, so I should be getting matched around like gold, plat, silver, and not quite diamond yet. So is it one of those things where like my hidden rating is putting me ahead of the curve, but that's kind of bullshit because that's not where my displayed rank is, like I don't know. I would like a little more explanation on how it works, especially in game. One of my biggest problems with this is you used to be able to see after a match how much you went up or down. You can no longer see that. You can see your rank like gold 1, gold 2, whatever, silver 2, whatever, but you cannot see, oh, I got this much elo after this game. I lost this much elo. You can no longer see the exact number. And that's not very motivating to play. I don't really love that. So that's something that they need to change. Whoever came up with that idea, I think that's terrible. It should absolutely be displayed. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. Ranked system overall, step in the right direction. I really hate not being able to see your exact like count of how much you're improving or getting worse. I really hate that. I think they need to immediately revert that, but it does seem like a slight step in the right direction, but I don't love it. We're going to need a little bit more time to let it play out, and I probably will do another update on it eventually. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.